Hello, everybody. We're back with some more Scary Succubus. I arrived early the following morning to the sound of the squalling seabirds at the shore. I luxuriate in my bed for a few moments, content to enjoy the warmth that envelopes me. Lazing around, lazing around like this feels nice. But while I'm not as gung ho as Hazel, I didn't come all this way out here to lie in bed. I could do that anywhere. I sit up, stretching, and raise my arms above my head. Then, invigorate, I rise from my sheets and ready myself for the upcoming day. I get dressed, splash my face in the bathroom, and head downstairs. I'm greeted when I enter the open plan living area with the familiar scent of Fumi's miso soup. She's standing by the stove stirring a pot of the stuff, a golden yellow brown mixed with bits of cut tofu and diced spring onions. If it tastes as good as it looks and smells, it should be delicious. Good morning, Hiroki. You're up early. You're the first one awake, other than Hazel. Did she head out for a jog already? I passed her as I was coming downstairs. She should be back any minute. Hi, guys. Bye, guys. Now, the front door opens with a thud. Hazel files in, her ponytail bobbing behind her. Her body is slick with sweat, her shirt clinging to her chest, and her face is flushed. She doesn't offer any further greeting than this perfunctory, most perfunctory one. She kicks off her shoes, Hifumi's cuts, then slides about the kitchen island and sidesteps the couch like it's a slam course. In roughly 5 seconds, she's made her way to the foot of the stairs, and in a third of that, she scales them and vanishes from view. I watch her, blinking as does Hifumi. Hazel moved so quickly she was less a woman and more of a blur of limbs. She may as well have been a hurricane. Somebody sure was in a hurry. She's always like that, I'm afraid. One of these days she'll slip and knock her head. I wouldn't want her to hurt herself. Hazel can be rather rash at times. Hifumi smiles fondly, still stirring the soup in the pot. But she is rather young, as for a succubi go. I am sure she will grow out of it in due course under Marina's influence. From what I hear, Marina has done a wonderful job disciplining her already. She truly is a model big sister. I don't know about that. I cast my mind back to a couple of months prior, when I first escaped the succubus realm. You and Hifumi arranged a party to celebrate our newfound freedom, but Marina and Hazel were AWOL for the majority of it. I thought this quite mysterious, until I began to hear peculiar noises emanating throughout the walls of my bedroom. When Hazel finally emerged, she was trembling, her eyes tearful. She was largely unresponsive for the rest of the night and sat in a corner with her arms around her legs. She looked like she'd seen things. I thought it impolite to inquire as to the precise details of said things, but my imagination good enough that I can make an estimated guess. I've seen enough adult move videos, and judging by Marina's creativity, she has too. I think this should be almost done. Fumi's gentle voice interrupts my musing. She smiles, her glasses steamed up from the miso soup, and says, "Would you like to try some? I'd very much appreciate your feedback." I'm not top chef, so I doubt I'd be much use, but sure, I'll try a bite. A bit. Thanks, Hifumi. It's no trouble, drink up. There's plenty more where it came from. Hifumi holds a spoon to my pierced lips, laden with miso soup. There's a chunk of tofu sitting atop the spoon, alongside a few chrysalis of green onion. From close quarters, the smell is even more tantalizing than it was before. I'm already starting to salivate. I dip my head, then take the spoon into my mouth. It's delicious, but I expect nothing less. The Fumi's miso soup is mild, but it's not bland. It's seasoned to perfection, just the way I like it, and the green onions give it a nice, suitable crunch. What do you think? Do you like it, darling? a milquetoast compliment like that would be doing your cooking a disservice. I don't just like it, I love it. I'm very glad to hear it. Fumi smiles brightly. I find cooking relaxing and have enjoyed it for many years. I like to think I am somewhat competent at all after so much trial and error. After much trial and error, but I do not wish to grow complacent. One can always improve. The moment one forgets this, their skills begin to decline. It is the same with karate, and even with acting. I have been studying your eating habits closely and have been striving to make food suited to your taste buds. I am gratified my hard work has paid off. It has. I don't think you've ever served me anything that tastes bad. This is even better than my mother's cooking. My. That is a lofty compliment. I am flattered. Though perhaps you should not tell your mother this. I would not wish to compete with her, not if she is to be my mother-in-law one day. That's pretty bold of you. I nudged Fumi in the side playfully. Are you the dead set on being my wife? I have never been more determined about anything. I may be an actress, but my feelings about you are wholly sincere. I will not be content until I am walking down an aisle to greet you, dressed in white. For such a mild-mannered woman, Hifumi looks awfully fired up. I swear, I can see the fire blazing in her velvet eyes. Do you think your parents would approve of me, Hiroki? They might balk at the idea of me being several years older than you. I would not wish to cause a rift between you and your family. It's fine. I'm not super close to my family, though I do visit them from time to time. They've been nagging me to settle down with a nice girl the last few years, my mom in particular. They'd be over the moon if they knew you'd shown an interest in me. You're as nice as they come, and since you're older, you'd be able to keep me on the straight and narrow. My mom thinks I need somebody to whip me into shape, somebody like her. I smile weirdly, while scratching my cheek with one hand. I told my mom a couple months back I was in a relationship, mostly to get her off my back, but I was vague with the specifics. She seemed disbelieving enough that I'd found one girl, let alone six. One girl for let alone six. If she knew, on top of all that, the famed idol Yamamoto Hifumi was included in my harem, she'd never shut up about it. Even my dad would be excited to hear that. He's been a fan of Hifumi for a while, and he owns every single one of her movies. I'm afraid he gushes might perturb Hifumi, and it'd certainly annoy my mother. She's kind of passive. Man, thinking about this is giving me a headache. Why, dear Hiroki? Have I done something to upset you? Nah, it's not your fault. My mom's been clamoring to meet you, is all. But I haven't been upfront about how famous you really are. I wanted to keep all the Succubus stuff under wraps. It's kind of unbelievable, but she'll have to know the truth eventually. I don't want to hide you from my parents, not if you're so serious about this. I'd like them to meet you. But then I'd feel obligated to introduce them to the others, and that would be hard to explain. I understand entirely. That is why I haven't not pushed you upon the matter. I trust you will do what you think is right, Hiroki, to further our relationship. Though, if you need any help explaining matters to your parents, you can rely on me. I am Yu's advisor, and I like to think I have some diplomatic skills. At the very least, I am less abrasive than some of my sisters. Hifumi laughs as do I. Abrasive is a pretty good way to sum up the likes of a you and Marina, and maybe you too. They have very strong personalities. Well, we need not worry about it for the present. We come here to enjoy ourselves, not fret about the future. I apologize if I have cast a pall upon things, my dear Hiroki. It's not a problem. I have to think about the logistics of this sooner or later. One guy can't just date 6 beautiful women and expect the whole world to be okay with it. My parents might need some talking around. But you're so mature and motherly, I know they'll take you at once. With a you, it might be a different matter. What about me? Ayu marches into the room, hands on her hips. Her hair is tied back into her two signature twin tails, and though it is early in the morning upon her face, she already is wearing her signature scowl. I guess Ayu wouldn't be Ayu if she wasn't a bit pissy. But I do wish she could chill every once in a while. Are you whispering behind my back? That's not very ladylike of you, Hifumi. I'm disappointed. Yes, you are. You are right. I apologize. Hiroki and I were only speaking of his parents and how they might react upon meeting us. It is quite a heavy topic of conversation. Dwelling upon it would only spoil the food I have made, so please, erase it from your mind. Did someone mention food? Hazel is next to enter the room, a wide smile on her face. She's wearing not her jogging gear, but her casual attire, and her hair and skin look damp. I guess she must have had showered after her run. That was awfully fast. I'm starving, Hifumi. Your food smells great. I need to get some carbs into my belly after all that exercise. Is it almost done? I'm just about finished with the miso soup. It looks like the rice is also ready. I prepared some pickles last night, which we can eat with our food, and there's fried mackerel too. Alright, mackerel. This sounds quite like a feast. But of course, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I would be a poor excuse of an older sister if I could not satisfy all your appetites. I don't want anybody going hungry. You're such a goody-goody. Ayu pulls a face. Please excuse me while I vomit. Oh my, are you alright, Ayu? If you feel ill, I could get you a glass of water. Thanks for your concern, but I think I'll be fine. It was just a turn of phrase. You sure? You do look kind of pale. If you got a vom, could you do it in the bathroom? I don't want you putting me off my food. Please, it's not like I'm going to throw up, literally. Idols don't do that. They don't? No, it'd be totally off-brand. My fans would hate me for it. But throwing up's a normal bodily function, even for a succubi. Don't you fans know that? Next, you'll be telling me they expect you to never pass gas or use the bathroom or... Enough! Ayu yanks on Hazel's ponytail so hard that she squeals. Why are you talking about my bodily functions? It's way too early for that. So, you'd be alright chatting about it in the afternoon? Of course not. Ayu's face burns red and her cheeks puff out like a particular affronted hamster. As if I'd tell you what I do in the bathroom. I'd rather die first. No, I'd rather you die. Please don't tell me you're into that kind of thing. What thing are you talking about? I have no idea. You know, I'm talking about dirty stuff like, pee. Oh my god. Porphyromius? Gingivitis? That's pretty dirty. What the fuck? What? No. You glowers at Cosmos, who's only just entered the kitchen, still barely blurry-eyed. What even is that? It's a thing we clearly found in the mouth and the butt. Oh my. The movie looks only mildly beamish, but Ayu's face is even hotter than a furnace. I bet you could cook Korean barbecue on her cheeks. How do you know about that? I was looking up cosplay ideas the other day, and you decided you were going to cosplay as a sexy bacterium? Why not? It would be interesting. Other girls cosplay sexy boats or sexy King Arthurs. That is true, I guess, but why bacterium? I like bacteria. They're cute. Like hell they are, you weirdo. Ayu snorts and takes a seat at the table. Are you going to play up the food, Hifumi? I like to eat sometime during this century, but don't give me too much rice. I need to watch my figure. But if you're worried about your weight, you could always come jogging with me. And try to keep pace with you? No thanks. You're built like an Amazon, and I'm meant to be a cute, delicate idol. Besides, you're too annoying to spend more than 5 minutes with. Am I annoying? You're very annoying. If you're worried about your weight and you don't want to exercise, you could swallow a tapeworm instead. They'd absorb nutrients from your gut, so you can eat a lot but keep slender. They're very useful. And they're cute too. What is with you in finding weird things cute? You must have worms in the brain. Who has worms? Marina is the last to enter the living room. She's wearing her white sundress and her hair looks neat and silky. She casts an eye about the room, taking us in, then rests her gaze upon you. Grinning, she says, "Do you have worms in you?" "No, I don't. I do not have worms." "All right, everybody, let's settle down. You is right. We shouldn't discuss such matters now. You can resume your conversation about worms later. It does seem very interesting. But for the present, I would appreciate it if we could eat breakfast." Fumi plates up our food and brings it to the table, and we soon begin to eat. This is so good. Cosmos shovels rice into her mouth with her chopsticks, her face flushed with pleasure. "It's delicious. I'm in heaven. You can try to eat a bit more cleanly. You're got food stuck in your cheeks. Let me." Ayu picks up her napkin and then reaches across the table to clean Cosmos' face. Cosmos doesn't squirm away from Ayu's attention. She sits patiently. Her chopsticks aloft as Ayu wipes her and occasionally tuts. "There, much better. You look almost presentable now, were it not from your questionable fashion choices. I still don't understand the appeal of those ears. They make you look infantile. But your stage costume is way frillier and more childish than anything I wear." "You?" "No, it isn't. My stage clothes exist to accentuate my beauty. They are unparalleled." Now this argument sounds pretty familiar. I've heard it before at the train station, when the pair of us were leaving the Roken. These two always argue. But I think they must care for one another. If they didn't, you wouldn't fuss over Cosmos as she does. Cosmos wouldn't insist upon their being friends. It's a shame Ayu's too pricky to admit she might even like anybody. While Ayu and Cosmos bicker, Hifumi turns to me and precises the question. "Would you care to go for a walk with me later? It's a beautiful day, and I thought I might like to see some more of the beach, or maybe the cliffs. I think it would be nice to stretch my legs. And it would be nicer still if you joined me, Hiroki. If that's what you want, then sure, I don't mind tagging along. It'd be my pleasure." "Wonderful." Hifumi beams. "We could bring a picnic too if you'd like. You certainly seem to be enjoying my cooking, and I very much enjoy cooking for you. There's some leftover rice from breakfast, so I could make rice balls. And maybe rolled egg omelets. That's all pretty classic picnic fare, yeah. It's the sort of stuff my mother used to put in my lunchbox at school. Now I feel kind of nostalgic. Can you do ginger chicken or hamburger steak? I can make almost anything. The fridge is stocked full of ingredients, and it would be a shame to waste them. Tell me your requests, if you have them, and I shall turn them into reality." "That's so cool. You sound kind of like mage. Like a mage. I am a succubus. I do know one or two spells, but when it comes to cooking, I prefer to use my own two hands. No cheating. The only magic I need is my love for Hiroki." "What? Spoken like a true housewife. Your devotion is so bright and glittering, my eyes are starting to tear up. I love a cute waifu to cook for me too. I'm tempted to invite myself along on your little picnic, but I had Hiroki to myself a bunch the other day. I wouldn't want to cramp your style. I still want to get some more jogging done. Hee. Would you mind saving me some of your ginger chicken though?" "Of course, I wouldn't mind. I can make extra chicken if you want some. It would be my pleasure. Nothing makes me happier than feeding others." "All right." Hazel punches her fist in the air in celebration, while Yu pretends to gag. "You act way too nice, Hifumi. You're giving me a sugar overdose here." "Oh dear, I didn't think my miso soup was particularly sweet, but perhaps I made a mistake. I think your food is delicious, Hifumi. Pay you no heed. She is just jealous because you can ply Hiroki with food and she cannot. I've heard rumors about her culinary skills, or lack of, and it's truly tragic. She even burns cereal." "Really? Is that true?" That was only one time. It was just a mistake. How the fuck you burn cereal? What's up, Cutting? How are you? Dude, how the fuck you burn cereal? How do you burn cereal? That's one hell of a mistake. How do you even do that? I don't know. It's not my fault. It's my maid for taking the day off of work. I don't need to cook and clean because she does it all for me. I'm too famous to fuss about making my own food. Yu turns her nose up in the air, arms crossed while Marina smirks. How hopeless are you, dear Yu? I am very busy myself, but even I know that basics. You really do have nothing to offer. Save your foul temper. Right. Dude, first of all, again, how the fuck do you burn cereal? The hell, my OBS disconnected. Am I good? Am I good? Yeah. There we go. That was weird. Is that alright, Hifumi? I do not mind at all, but what about you, Hiroki? Do you have any objections? Of course not. I like spending time with all of you. But of course you do. I am irresistible, after all. So is my food. Perhaps I will make some cute apple bunnies, too. And maybe some cookies. I would love to feed them to you, Hiroki, perhaps while you're laying on my lap. Nothing would make me happier than that. Nah, but see, dude, OBS is like, nah, she burnt cereal, I'm out this bitch. She was like, OBS said, nah, burnt the cereal, I'm out. It takes about an hour, but Hifumi, Marina, and I finally crest the summit of this hill. From our vantage point, the rest of the beach is sprawled beneath us like a patchwork, all golden sand and azure sea. The hike was a challenging one, but the view more than makes up for it, as does Hifumi's cooking. Here you are, dear. Say ah. Hifumi offers me a piece of rolled egg omelet pinched between her chopsticks. I oblige, my eyes falling shut, and Hifumi pops the piece of omelet into my mouth. I chew it on, savoring its soft, fluffy texture. It feels like biting into clouds. I'm left with a somewhat sweet aftertaste when I swallow. It's Moorish, and I'm already craving more of Hifumi's cooking. She makes cooking look easy, but I know a lot of effort goes into every single one of her dishes. She's incredibly thorough. She's made all this for my sake. The picnic spread is laid out on the tartan blanket we brought with us. Hifumi really pulled out the stops. It should say pulled out all the stops, but I'll let it slide. Really pulled out the stops in it shows. There's a huge array of different dishes, all of them staples from any lunchbox. In addition to the rolled egg omelets, Hifumi's also made rice balls, the ginger chicken, and hamburg steak I requested, octopus wieners, octopus wieners, sauteed eggplant, and all sorts of other side dishes. I doubt I'll be able to eat all this, but it's so good I'm tempted to try. Do you like it, dear? I love it. Goodness, you're so complimentary. I really do appreciate it. Hifumi giggles coyly while cupping her cheeks with one hand. Alas, I am only too aware of my shortcomings. The egg omelets are not perfectly even, and I use a bit too much oil. I will have to be more careful next time. You mean you can make food that tastes even better than this? I can hardly credit it. Her cooking's so good already. If it leveled up even more, I'd run the risk of turning into a real glutton. I can't stuff myself on her room's cooking all day. Maybe I should take up jogging with Hazel. It's hell to wake up so early, but it might be a necessity if I don't want to pack on the pounds. Is there anything you would like to sample next? Perhaps the hamburger steak? I've been eyeing that up for a while. Yeah, you know me too well. I only know you as well as any wife should know her husband. Hifumi picks up the mini steak, deftly in her chopsticks, with the fluid motion of one who plays competitive what the fuck? Karuta, then offers it to me. I peck the steak from the chopsticks like a bird might, while Marina watches. You fawn over Hiroki too much, Hifumi. You're spoiling him. Perhaps I am, but how can I help it? When I love somebody, I want only to make them happy. Stop it! Put my shit on silent, hold on. There. Perhaps I am, but how can I help it? When I love somebody, I want only to make them happy. There's nothing more important to me than Hiroki's happiness. That's very sweet. But did you ever stop to consider that it is because of your pampering you turned out so selfish? Oh no. Hifumi sets her chopsticks down and frowns. That did not occur to me, no. I did not realize. But perhaps there is a grain of truth in what you say. You is my cousin, and I care for her deeply. I was so relieved when she agreed to ascend the throne in my place. I was perhaps too fawning in our subsequent interactions. I wish to become a trusted advisor she could rely on, more akin to a big sister than an official figure. But I fear I was too lax with her. I let her get away with many petty cruelties, which slowly began to escalate. It's alright, Hifumi. You can be a bit difficult, but she's not all bad. She's not as possessive as she used to be. She's mellowed out a lot. Thank you for consoling me, Hiroki. It is very kind of you, though if you were to hold a grudge, I understand. If I had done a better job at Yu's mentor, I doubt she would have subjected you to the torment that she did. I am responsible for all that occurred in the Succubus realm. However, indirectly, I have felt some degree of guilt about it. Perhaps that is why I am so determined to pamper you. I have been overcompensating, and I never realized it. My affection is not stifling, is it? I'm gonna say, it's fine, don't worry. Nah, it's fine. If it was an issue, I'd say so myself. So don't fret. I don't like playing mind games with people. I'd never keep you guessing. So thank you. That means a lot to me, Hiroki. Truly, it does. Then I shall continue to fawn over you. If you do not mind, that is simply how I am. Hifumi shifts closer to me, then presses her chest against my arm. I wish we could always stay like this. I don't. I like keeping busy, and I know if I took too long of a break, I would begin to tire of it. I may not be the Succubus princess, but in my own domain, I am in charge. All my employees obey me, and they cower before me. There is nothing more amusing than that. Issuing order is gratifying, as it is having them fulfilled. But one life cannot be nothing but work. We all need distractions, else we would go mad. And you are a very fine distraction indeed, darling. Oh, God. Marina shifts against my side, her fingers linking through mine, while Hifumi nestles against my opposing arm. The pair of them lean in close, sandwiching me between the delicious warmth of their bodies. He's a nerd, though. Look at him. The breeze stirs their hair, so it brushes against my cheek. I can smell their shampoo when I inhale. The taste of Hifumi's delicious homemade food lingers on my tongue, while my other senses are completely enraptured by these two gorgeous succubi. Yeah, damn right. Bro, you missed it. I forgot to tell you. Before you came, you and Cosmos were talking, and she said some big ass word, right? And she goes, "Yeah, it's a bacteria in the mouth," and then she goes, "In the butt, in the butt." Had me rolling. I really am lucky. I'll have to find it in stream and send it to you. It had me rolling. She said, yeah, it's a bacteria in the mouth, and then Dr. Todd was like, in the butt. I really am lucky. Kafumi's food is good, but my dear Hiroki, Marina smiles wickedly. You are good enough to eat. Huh? Marina presses a kiss against my cheek, as does Hifumi. Their lips are soft, and their full chests are pushed up against my arm. I've ascended, which means he busted a nut when he says he ascended. This must be what paradise feels like. I've endured various trials and tribulations thanks to these succubi, but I'm glad that they came into my life regardless. I wouldn't want to be without them. Marina draws back, her voice throaty, and murmurs into my ear. Now I'm starting to get hungry. Me too, I can't hold back much longer. Don't eat me! I love you, Hiroki, and I want to pamper you much, much more than I have already. As your future wife, that is my duty. I'm going to fill you up with my love until you can't take another bite. Huh? Huh? I spent the rest of the evening recuperating after the rigorous workout Marina Hifumi gave me. I eat the dinner Hifumi prepared, which is delicious as always, and while away my hour on the couch watching it. Hifumi and Cosmos are sitting with me. There's some documentary on about samurais that Hifumi seems particularly fascinated with, though I'm not really watching it. I'm too tired to pay much attention, particularly to the goings-ons in the 17th century. Cosmos surprisingly seems pretty into the documentary, but I think she's more amused by all the historical reenactments than the highly exaggerated speech adopted by the actors in the heavy samurai Regina. Then intrigued by the date and facts. She's certainly giggling more than a TV program of this sort deserves. Does she think it's supposed to be some kind of comedy? Hazel went for another jog, and Marina's answering some work emails in her room. As for you, I'm not sure where she is. She shot off after dinner, maybe to practice her dance steps in her studio for an upcoming tour. I yawned, pressing one hand to my mouth. It's not 10 yet, but I feel pretty tired. I'm thinking about hitting the hay already when... Hey, Hiroki. Ayu appears in her doorway in a flurry of orange twin tails and a flap of her pastel pink skirt. Now, that's a coincidence. I was just thinking about her. Hey, Ayu. Do you want something? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. It's a nice, quiet evening, and as the sun will be setting, I was wondering... Oh. Cosmos wears her eyes away from the TV screen, where Mitsuhide is about to ambush Nobunaga and stares at me. He was right. The sun will be setting soon. And? Ayu scuffs, both hands planted firmly on her hips. What is it to you? I was waiting for the sunset so I could go and take a few photos. The sunset is very aesthetic, particularly over the shoreline. It would look good on my Rapid Pound feed, especially if I took a few wide angles and maybe applied a filter. I could take some really artistic photos of the sky and the cliffs and the ocean. And I could take some shots of myself in a bikini too. I could make a whole album of them and call it A Summertime Date with Cute Cosmos. Though, of course, you're the only person I really wanted to go on a date with, Hiroki. Cosmos reassures me, winding one arm through mine. It's with expectant eyes that she peers at me, pressing her chest up against my side as she says, Would you mind going for a walk with me? I'm sure I'll be able to take even better photos if you could hold my phone for me. You want me to help you with your rapid pounded content? If you wouldn't mind. Cosmos blinks winsomely, her eyelashes trembling. Is that no good? Don't you want to help? It's kind of weird taking a lewd photo of my girlfriend so she can upload them to the internet. But I guess it's fine if I'm only the one who can touch it. Or can touch you. Twisted though it may sound, it actually is quite the appealing idea. Cosmos' thousands upon thousands of fans will glop at her in her cute cat-made bikini while fantasizing about strolling along the sunset beach with her. But in actuality, I'm the only one who will ever be able to do such a thing. I'll be one-upping all the guys from the shadows, and they'll never even know. Hoo. Goodness me, are you alright, Hiroki? You have quite the strange expression upon your face. Huh? I do? Yes, indeed. Like a no mask. For a moment, you looked almost demonic. Sorry about that. I was just fantasizing about something. It must have been quite the fantasy to prompt such an extreme reaction from you. Yeah, I guess. You can say I'm awakening to a new, scheming side I never knew I possessed. Really? That's exciting. Hifumi giggles. I certainly wouldn't mind being taken advantage of by you. You're so shameless, Hifumin. Only when Hiroki's involved, I fear he brings it out of me. You had your fun with Hiroki already. You went out on a walk with him. You and Marina. Cosmo squeezes my arm between hers. Her butterscotch eyes are fixed upon mine. I didn't even think it said butterscotch. I thought it said butt scratch. I'm still tired. I want to have some fun with Hiroki now. Can we go for a walk? Can we please? Sure thing. I'd love to, Cosmos. Yay, thank you. And will you help me take my photos? It will be my pleasure. Yippee, you're the best. Cosmos covers me in affection. I'll get the word out. Affectionate kisses while you scolds. What about me? I wanted to go for a walk with you too. Sorry, you, but I'm otherwise engaged right now. I've got a bunch of photos to take. We can go on a walk later, okay? No, it's not okay. Ayu scolds, then kicks the couch with her heel, which makes Hifumi tut. This is so unfair. It's like you're ignoring me on purpose. You're such a jerk. We'll see if I care. I didn't even really want to go on a walk with you. You don't deserve my attention. You bowl of moldy white rice that's been left in the cooker for over a month. Yeah, you take that. A month? Hifumi winces to hear such a detailed simile, one hand pressed to her mouth. That would never do. While rice may taste better if it's left overnight, leaving it for a whole month in the cooker, no less, is unthinkable. I cannot condone such a thing. Yeah, well, maybe Hiroki shouldn't have thought about that before he decided to blow me off. I don't see how these things are related. You wouldn't. You're too stupid to comprehend anything unless it's staring right in your face. So saying Ayu stalks off. She doesn't look at all happy, but I don't have the time to fuss over her and her miraculous moods. I agree to go out with Cosmos, and that's precisely what I'll do. I'm not the sort of guy who goes back on my word. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't ever talk about food like that. Wow, the beach looks so pretty. I'm sure my fans would love these photos. I love the photos. Cosmos and I promenade along the sunset beach. Her a little ahead of me. She has her phone grasped in one hand, which she points at the rolling red orange surf and swaying palm trees. Cosmo's face is lit up with girlish excitement and her eyes are wide. She looks so enthused, I wouldn't be surprised if the fox ears on the top of her head started to twitch. Right now, she really does remind me of a small, curious animal. Now that's nostalgic. The comparison takes me back to our very first date when Cosmos asked me to walk her on a leash in the streets. I remember that. That was a pretty wild thing to do, though it's not the most brazen thing I'd ever done with a girl. Our first encounter prior to our first date was on a busy Tokyo train. I was commuting to work, minding my own business, when a very attractive girl in a pair of very short shorts pressed herself against me, and, well, the rest is history. audience, audi, aud, audience throughout her behavior might be. Cosmos is sweet-natured, and among her succubus sisters, she's the most hung up about being my girlfriend. In that sense, she's pretty traditional. Though the stuff she comes out with can be on the zanier side. Yes, I love that. I love that callback. That was 3 games ago. She's not doing anything too strange right now, though. She's just taking a bunch of snapshots, as any holiday maker would do. Do you have to take some photos too, Hiroki? It seems a shame not to. Do you want to take some photos too? We need to preserve these memories forever. That's a sweet sentiment, but it's fine. If I ever want to look back at the vacation, I can take a look through your photos. But you work as a photographer, Hiroki. Cosmos tilts her head as skins. Don't you like taking photos? I did once upon a time, but hobbies lose their appeal when you turn them into a day job. I was passionate about taking photos once upon a time, but now it reminds me of my work and my boss. I don't want to think about him when I'm with you. Oh, I see. Cosmos pouts. That's a shame. If I ever get tired of taking photos, I'd be really sad. I find it a lot of fun. I'm glad you find it fun. Don't stop on my account. Take as many pictures as you want. I was going to, but Cosmos looks at me curiously. If you don't find photography fun anymore, what do you do as a hobby? I haven't had much time for hobbies since I started working for the Sakura Daily. My boss is a slave driver, and I am his serf. I don't know if I've gotten any pastimes I care about. You have your photography, and Hazel is always exercising, and Fumi cooks and plays Karuta. But as for me, I think I'm happiest when I can spend time with all of you. Really? Cosmos' eyes light up. You mean that? Yeah, you always cheer me up. If I had to pick a hobby, I guess it'd be that. Or maybe making you happy. That sounds too selfish to be a hobby. You need to enjoy yourself more. But I am enjoying myself. I've loads of fun. You don't need to worry about that score. I hope not. It's fine, Cosmos. I close the distance between us with a few strides, then ruffle the top of her head. I do this pretty frequently with Cosmos. I know Marina and you wouldn't like it. They'd feel demeaned. And Hazel and Hifumi aren't the kind of heroes who kindle my desire to pat heads, but Cosmos appreciates it. She's always sighs and leans into my hand when I stroke her face. Once more like a fluffy animal. It's normal for people to fall in and out of love with their hobbies. They find new interests and move on with their lives. But I'll never lose interest in you. You fill the whole photography left behind and more besides. There's never a dull moment when I'm with you or your sisters. There's always something fun to do. I'm not sad, okay? Okay. Cosmos replies after a pause with a nod of her head. I'm glad you're happy, but maybe we should find you a new hobby. Maybe you should take up a musical instrument. I did play the guitar a little back in high school. Really? That's so cool. Not really. I only learned a few notes. It might be fun to pick it back up again, though. You should. I'll support you. I'll be your #1 fan. Really? Thanks, Cosmos. I'll be sure to send you my first mixtape then. I love that. But there's something else I'd like, too. I've taken a lot of photos of the beach on my Rapipon account, but I was wondering. Cosmos digs the tip of her sneaker into the sand. Uncharacteristic coy. Can we take a few photos together? Of course, just don't go uploading them to social media. We should all be good. I wouldn't. I want to keep you out of myself. You belong to me. Cosmos bounds towards me, her phone in hand. She looks very enthusiastic about the prospects of a couple of photo shoots. Now, say cheer. In fact, she's a bit too enthusiastic. In her haste, she trips over her feet and goes tumbling to the ground. Owie! Cosmos sits sprawled on the sand, her legs spread tangly. Her phone lies on the sand beside her, downturned. With a bit of luck, the The sand cushioned the worst of the blow. I hope she's not broken. I hope it's not broken. I know how much Cosmos loves her phone. I'm a bit more worried about Cosmos herself right now, though. Are you okay? I think I'm fine. Cosmos retrieves her phone, then examines it. She swipes the touchscreen, turning it on. A sigh of relief, her phone responds concordantly. My phone still looks good, but my ankle, it feels kind of funny. Did you twist it? Maybe. Cosmos tries to stand, but the accomplishment's nothing more than a second pained squeak. She slumps back down on the sand, still clutching her phone like a talisman. Her face is red and her chest is heavy. I think she might be in worse shape than she's letting on. We'll have to postpone our photo shoot for the president. Cosmos' welfare is vastly more important. I don't think she should be standing. You'll put too much pressure on your leg. Let me help you. How are you going to do that exactly? I can carry you back to a used beach house. Then I can get Hifumi to take a look at you. She seemed pretty reliable. She should be able to tell if you've sustained any serious damage. But that would put you out, Wait. But that would put you out, Hiroki. Don't want to be a burden. It's not a burden at all. I'm your boyfriend. Carrying you when you're hurt is all part of the job description. But I'll be too heavy. Who said you were heavy? You did. She said I eat too many sweets and I don't leave the house enough. She warned me. If I didn't watch out, I'd get squishy. I don't think you're squishy. I only said that because she's jealous you have more fans than her. I'll get squishy. Oh, God, that's funny. But Hazel said I need to exercise more. Hazel thinks everybody needs to exercise more. She's a total health nut. Now let me. Yay! I bend down, then gather Cosmos up in my arms. She's not feather light, but she's not particularly heavy either. I can straighten up without too much of a struggle. I don't think I'd be able to support her for hours on end, but the brisk 5-minute walk across the beach to a used house should be more than manageable. That's romantic. There we go. That wasn't too hard. Are you sure? Cosmos surveys me shyly, her dark eyelashes trembling. I'm not putting any strain on you, am I? Actually, you're heavier than I thought. No, I'm kidding. Actually, you're heavier than I thought. Can you walk from here? Oh, no. It's fine, I can't even feel you. It's fine, I scarcely even feel you. That's a lie, but Cosmos doesn't need to know the full truth. She's insecure enough as she is. Surprisingly enough, given her career choice. You should think a girl that makes a living selling scantily clad photos of herself would be more confident about her body, but apparently not. She's had several hang-ups of her own, but that doesn't make me love her any less. In fact, her vulnerable side only makes me care for her all the more. So, this is okay? It's more than okay. I like looking after you. It's my hobby, remember? I reckon I'm better at this than music or writing, at least. You are very cool, yes. Cosmos giggles, appeased, and rests her head against my chest. The wind stir her hair so it brushes my cheek, and a waft of her fruity shampoo goes up my nostrils. I can feel her body heat, not to mention the softness of her skin beneath her clothes. I guess this is a pretty intimate pose. If it's okay, then, I guess I can take advantage of your kindness. Thank you, Hiroki. When you hold me like this, it makes me feel like a princess. You are a princess. You're my princess. But what? Cosmos' face burns red. But when you say stuff like that, my heart starts beating so fast. And my face feels so hot. You're so nice to me. I'm not sure if I deserve it. You tease me and Marina scolds me, but you're so understanding. Cosmo smiles at me. It's a very soft, gentle smile, warmer even than the sun as it sinks beneath the horizon. You're the best boyfriend in all the world. Yeah, I am. It's late at night, and I'm curled up beneath my covers, all warm and toasty. I feel exhausted after the events of the last few days. that sleep is fast beginning to encroach upon me. I turn over, yawning, and burrow my cheeks against my pillow. It's so nice and soft, a little like Hifumi's thighs. This though brings a half-asleep smile to my lips. I've spent a lot of time over the last few days with my harem of succubi. We played together on the beach, set off fireworks, and I devoured a lot of Hifumi's homemade cooking. Does life get any better than this? I feel like I'm living a dream. Like a teenage dream. Another yawn escapes from my lips. I was just about ready to drift off when... So, Hiroki, do you care to explain yourself? What's the big idea? What? I bolt up, eyes wide, as a loud noise splits the silence. That thud sounded like my door being pulled open with no small amount of strength, or anything approaching subtly. What's going on? I look wildly about my darkened bedroom, searching for the culprit behind all this. Don't sit there looking all wide-eyed and innocent. I'm not going to feel sorry for you. You know exactly what you've done, or haven't done, in this case. You bag of leaf mold? What the fuck is leaf mold? And it doesn't take me long to find them. You is standing by the foot of my bed, or making that looming. It's hard to pick out her features in the dark, but I can tell that she's sculling. Her voice makes that more than apparent, as does her posture. Her hands are planted firmly on her hips, in the manner of all the scolding mothers. Not that I use my mother, that'd be pretty weird. She's not even the motherly type. She's nothing like Hifumi. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? I'm sure you have some excuses to give me, pitiful though they may be. I'm a very nice, patient person. Yeah, right. So I'll let you say your piece. That doesn't mean I'll believe it, though. I don't think I'll ever be able to trust you again after you treated me so poorly. What? I hold the hand to my temple, which is throbbing, and wince. Ayu's shrill, high-pitched voice feels like it's boring a hole into my skull. Surely it's too late at night to deal with this. I don't get why Ayu's forced her way into my room, or why she sounds so pissed, but the fact remains that she is pissed, most definitely. What's up, Ayu? Did something happen? Yes, something happened. Something has been happening throughout our vacation. I'm surprised you didn't notice, you dummy, blockhead, moron. You might be right about some of those things, but please, try to calm down. I don't even know why you're so angry. If you could just take a deep breath. Don't you dare talk down to me, Hiroki. Now follow me, I have a bone to pick with you. Follow you? Wait, what? I try to protest, but use fingers wind around my wrist. She pulls me out of my bed, up onto my feet, without ceremony, using more strength than it seems possible for her to possess. You so small and slender, it doesn't seem right she should be able to overpower me so completely. I twist and turn, but I can't get her to let go. I'm trapped. Ow! I went to use nails dig into my skin. That's smart. That's smart, damn it. Ow, jeez. Would it kill you to be gentle? To be gentler, are you? I'm still half asleep. And I'm not dressed yet. If you want to have a talk, we can talk. But I'd like to put on some clothes on first. I don't want you dragging me around the house like this. Why should it matter? We've all seen you naked before anyway, you playboy. It's too late to worry about your shame right now. She's not wrong about that, but hearing it does make me feel a bit flustered. Am I really a playboy? I guess I must be, given the scope of my harem, but I've never really considered myself as such. Damn, it's no wonder my coworkers all hate me. I know that, but I don't want to trapeze around the house half naked. Let me at least throw some pants on, please. I beg you, oh great and mighty are you, show mercy upon me. I have no reason to be nice to you when you've not been nice to me. You relents, her arms folded. I suppose I grant you this one favor. Hurry up and get dressed. When you're done, we're going to have a talk. Yes, ma'am. I wonder what time it is. It must be past midnight. It's pitch black outside, save for the twinkling stars. I just want to go back to bed, damn it. But I don't think you will allow that. She's incensed. She's incensed. Ha! I sigh as I select a shirt from my closet and then insert my arms through the holes. What's going on? What's going to happen to me now? I almost dread to think. Approximately 10 minutes later. Well, this is nice, isn't it? Yu doesn't say anything, which is funny, given how chatty she was back in my room. She's had no computation about yelling back then, but since she's hauled me outside, she's been unusually quiet. Alright, fine. Two can play at that game. I fall silent myself while scanning the beach. The sky is dark blue, and stars twinkle brightly above our heads. The ocean looks very dark, almost black. It's vast, almost fathomless, and it stretches out as far as the eye can see. It's so late, the seabirds have retreated their cliffs to their cliffsides nests to roost. I can't hear their families cry. I can't hear their familiar cries, though I can hear the soft sighing of the ocean. The breeze that caresses my cheek is lukewarm, not too hot, not too cold. It's a pleasant night, but the expression I use faces is anything but. She's been sitting in silence for the past 5 minutes. Her arms wound tightly about her legs, but her lips are pierced into a frown, and her brow is all puckered. She's an attractive woman. She's not Japanese top idol for nothing, but her good looks are sullied somewhat by the obvious irritation which rolls from her. Her scowl is so fierce it could curdle milk. If her legions of fans could see her like this, they'd be stunned. I wish I knew why she was so upset. It doesn't seem like she wants to speak up on her own accord, so maybe I should prompt her. Hey, you, I can tell something's bothering you, but I can't help if you won't tell me what it is. What happened? What happened? He asks. Ayu finally pipes up, her face a mask of malcontent. You have some nerve asking that, isn't it obvious? Just how dense can you be, you dummy, moron, single-cell life form? That's such a weirdly specific insult. And it fits you to a T. You have the emotionless awareness of an ambi. I don't know what that is. In fact, I think there must be amobus out there that have even more tact than you. Sometimes I think I'd rather take a sea sponge as a lover than you. Damn, she really does sound pissed. What does she want me to say? I'm sorry. Ouch, that's pretty harsh, haha. I run a hand through my hair, laughing. I must have upset you pretty bad, huh? You've done more than upset me. You've humiliated me. Oh yeah? That sounds rough. I'm sorry if I've done anything to hurt you. I must be stupid because I can't think what that might have been. I know. They're something crazy. I love them. Would you mind elaborating? It should be obvious, Hiroki. As obvious as the huge nose on your stupid face. His big nose. Hey, I press one hand on my nose, which is not huge, at least. I never thought of that. I never thought that. Suddenly self-conscious. There's nothing wrong with my nose, is there? Your nose is the least of your problems. But you really ought to be worried about it. Your own ignorance, not to mention your thoughtfulness. It's hidden right in the nose. I can't believe I have to spell this out for you, but I guess you're as dumb as you are endearing. You think I'm endearing? I wish I didn't, but I do. Everything you do annoys me, but I can't help but like you, which annoys me all the more. I've often wondered if I'd be happier if I could just forget you. But, try though as I might, I can't. I like you a lot, more than I ever liked anybody. You must know, and I want you to like me too, but this last week you've been ignoring me. You're staying in my holiday home, on my private beach. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, but you're not at all grateful. Where's this coming from? I am grateful for your kindness, very much so. I've been having a really good time. I know you have. I've been watching you. You've been swimming with Cosmos and picnicking with Hifumi and Marina, but you've not put any time aside for me. I've been trying to get you alone from day one, but whenever I think I'm with you, whenever I think I'm in with a chance, one of my sisters comes along and steals you away from me. I thought it was a coincidence at first, but it keeps happening. It's like you're actively trying to avoid me. I'm trying not to be jealous of the others. I didn't want to spoil your holiday, but this is getting too much. I can't take it anymore. You breathes in deeply, her chest heaving. Her irises glisten while her body quivers under the burden of her intense emotion. She looks so worked up, I think she might actually cry. Why do you keep going off with the others, Hiroki? Do you like them more than me? You like me? I know I can be a brat and sometimes I say mean things to you, but that doesn't mean I don't like you. I like you so much. I wanted us to spend some time together on this trip, like a real couple, but that's not happening, and I feel so frustrated, upset too. Are you avoiding me on purpose? Am I that unattractive? I don't get it. I mean, I'm an idol, you idiot. I have thousands and thousands of fans. They'd all jump at the chance to go on a vacation with me, so why aren't you? Don't you understand how lucky you are? I've done so much for you, so why... You sniffles. Tears dislodge themselves from her eyelids and trickle down her cheeks, like condensation down a window pan. As she cries, a particular transformation takes place. Her clothes melt away to reveal a skin-tight latex outfit I'm intimately familiar with. Horns sprout from her scalp and wings protrude from her shoulder blades. She's so upset she might have lost control of her magic. If you hate me, you should just come out and say it. That can stop hoping that you'll ever return to my feelings. You made a fool out of me one too many times, and I'm tired. I'm sick of being an also-ran. You. My eyes soften with sympathy, and my voice, already quiet, drops to even lower register. You has a tendency to overreact. I think she might be right about this. Though, inadvertently, I have been neglecting her. Inadvertently. I've spent the last 5 days in the company of every other succubus but a you. She's been excluded almost entirely. And any wonder she would feel upset? I've caused her a lot of pain. And as her partner, I have a responsibility to cheer her up. I wasn't avoiding you on purpose, and I certainly don't hate you. But that's no excuse for my neglectance. I'm sorry if I made you feel unwanted. Good, you should be. I can't believe you made me cry. My tears are worth a lot, you know. They're worth even more than diamonds. I'm sure they are. Even every inch of you is priceless. Every hair in your head, you're not Japanese top idol for nothing. You puffs out her cheeks, hamster-like. Flattery will get you nowhere. I still haven't forgiven you. Then maybe this will sway you. Yeah. Grab her face. I use damp cheeks with one hand, then lean in. I hear the split second before my lips meet hers. I use breath hitches in her chest, and then a soft sigh. My mouth finds a use, our tongues coiling together. It's a deep, passionate kiss, fulfilled by my desire to make amends and a youth's own desperation. The kiss is salty with a youth's tears, but I don't mind it. It's warm and loving despite that. She is. Cosmo's always been my favorite, though, but... You, for all her posturing, is a total softie. When I kiss her like this, she falls to pieces. She's melting like a marshmallow over a campfire. Hiroki. You gasp my name against my mouth. All that while peppering me with kisses. I return her kisses, tipping her chin upwards with one hand. Yu's tail twitches while we kiss over and over. I wonder if that's a sign of her excitement. Her raged, her raged, her ragged breathing and her flushed face certainly are. Ayu's eyes are glassy when I pull away, like one who's awoken from a dream. She looks almost drunk on my affection, her cheeks still damp. She blinks dislodgingly, a few more tears from her eyelashes, and I thought, that will never do. I was hoping to dry your tears. I wouldn't want your makeup to run. I know how much effort you put into your appearance. I don't want you ruining it for a guy like me. I'm not really worth it. Yes, you are. Ayu counters determinedly, her lips pulled into a scowl. In all Japan, no, all the world, there is no human as deserving of my affection as you. Don't be self-deprecating. It's not an attractive quality in a man. It's insulting to me, too. I got my voice. I won't have you questioning my tastes. But you always ask why you like me so much. That's different. I'm allowed. You're not. I won't let you slander yourself. It's not fair. You stabs me in the chest with one finger to further punctuate her point while I laugh. All right. I'll stop being so belittling. I wouldn't want to offend you. It's too late. You offend me all the time anyway. You didn't seem to mind it when I kissed you, though. No, well, that's, Ayu glances away, her face beet red. So that's fine, I guess. Only fine? I raise an eyebrow. For something that was fine, you sure were citing a lot. You look pretty into it. It's like I wanted you to kiss me or anything. It's not like I wanted you to kiss me or anything. You say that, but your whole... What the fuck is that word? Whole something shtick isn't very convincing coming on the tail end of a tearful confession. Don't think I've forgotten the things you said. It was quite illuminating. You pouts. I can't believe I said all that. It must have sounded so desperate. Kind of, yeah, but I don't mind. It's an honor to be loved by such a pretty girl. What? Yu's eyes widen to comic proportions. That now you're just making assumptions. Whoever said I loved you? You did, though not in quite so many words. I had to read between the lines. But don't worry, I won't reject you. I love you too. I literally never said that. At best, I like you. A whole lot. Maybe. But that's not the same as love. Don't get a swollen head. I don't lay awake at night thinking of you. I certainly don't adore you. I adore you too. No, I never said... You tries to counter, but I cut her off. I lean in one more time, tipping her chin up and pressing my lips to hers in a passionate kiss. You protest muffled by mouth. Stern transmutes into sighs and moans. I kiss you more forcefully this time, if such a thing is possible. I pull her as close as it is possible for us to be. My fingers run through her hair, down her spine, to the small of her back. I want to kiss every single one of Ayu's tears away, and elude her worries. I might have neglected her in the past, in my carelessness, but I won't make that mistake again. I care for her deeply, ridiculous though she can be, and I want her to know it. I'll imprint my feelings onto every single inch of her bared skin. Then perhaps she'll finally be able to accept my heartful apology. My enduring love for you reconfirmed, the pair of us sit together on the starlit beach. Ayu's Adora has since faded, alongside her succubus attire. Now she's clad in the same casual clothes she's been wearing throughout this trip. A cute off-shoulder shirt and a pink skirt. Ayu snuggles close to me, then rests her head upon my shoulder. Her long hair tickles my cheeks, but I don't mind it. The weight of her body against my own is a comfort, and her warmth bleeds through her clothes through be my own. I intertwine Ayu's hand in mine, which is lying by her side, and she cites what the fuck is that word? Appreciatively. It's a lovely night, don't you think? It sure is. The moon is especially beautiful, but it's made even more so when we're together. Oh, you're such a charmer. A giggling Ayu nudges me in the side with her elbow. Ayu's elbows are pretty pointy. Much like her words, she doesn't put enough force into the blow for it to hurt. She's being unusually gentle after her early meltdown. I'm glad I was able to console her. And it is nice to sit together like this, just the two of us. Hey, Hiroki. Yeah? There's something on your mind? It's nothing so important, really. I just was thinking, Ayu inhales, steeling herself, her eyes meet mine, bright violet, glistening beneath the milky moonlight. There's a pause, and then... I do, Do what? Is this supposed to be some kind of proposal? She doesn't want to get married? She doesn't want to get married? I'd be flattered if that were the case, but it might cause a few problems with her career. Idols aren't supposed to get married. They're not even allowed to go on dates. If she wants to walk down an aisle with me in a white dress, she'd better put her career behind her. I don't know if you likes me at all that much, but my musings is transpired were quite unnecessary, much like 80% of the stuff which circulates about inside my mind. I love you. Ayu confesses, her voice soft as a whisper. I know I act like I don't, but that's all a front. I'm afraid of being weak, and I'm afraid of being vulnerable. I've been in the spotlight for too long. My so-called fans scrutinize me. The tabloids, too, and TV talk shows. If I make a single mistake, they all descend upon me like vultures. I've had to learn to be two-faced to survive. If I let what people say get to me, I'd never be able to get out of bed in the morning. I had like a cute, bubbly airhead on stage, but I've hardened my heart against criticism for a while. I found it impossible to be honest. I've been playing a character for a long time, but it's different when I'm with you. I know you won't judge me unlike the others. You make me feel safe, so I can finally tell you how I really think and feel. Both the bad parts and the good. I love you. So please don't leave me. I might be awkward and annoying. Maybe I can't change, but I am working on it. I want to make you happy. Ayu. I smile at her, then lean a little closer. I let her head rest atop of hers. Our fingers still intertwined, and mutter into the stillness of the starry night. You don't need to worry about that. You do make me happy. I'm not going to go anywhere. You won't? Nah. But I'm nowhere near as affectionate as the others. Fumi's always cooking for you, and Cosmos is super lovey-dovey. Marina and Hazel aren't at all self-conscious about expressing their feelings, but I am. I insult you when I don't mean to, and when you try to be affectionate, I pull away. I'm the worst. No, you're not. You're just a little awkward. Like you said, but I don't mind. I haven't taken any of it to heart. I've always known how you feel about me. You're not as good at hiding it as you might think. Ayu scowls. For some reason, that's kind of annoying. I can be very annoying if I choose to be, but it is what it is. Your feelings for me are obvious despite your constant proclamations to the contrary, so don't worry. I like you just as much as the others. You're all special to me, and I'm not going to let you go. You promise? I promise. Cross your heart and hope to die? Sure, cross my heart. Sure. I reply after a pause, amused, but also touched by Ayu's clinginess. It's rare for her to be this honest about her feelings. It's kind of adorable. I mean, sadistic parts of me feels like teasing her. The biggest part of me wants, instead, to respond to her sincerity in turn. I don't want to punish her for finally opening up to me. Cross my heart, I mean it. Every word. I love you and I want to stay with you. Well, of course you do. That should go without saying. I am a Japanese top idol. Who wouldn't want to bask in my love and affection? You are a pretty lucky guy, Hiroki. You should be counting your blessings. I already do, every single day. You don't have to worry about that, Sakura, are you? Yeah. Ayu's face turns red, pouting. She glances away. I was trying to play it off, but you're an even cooler customer than I am. Your your quips are way too good. You're going to give me a heart attack if this keeps up. Should I stop saying nice things then? No, you don't have to go that far. I like it when you compliment me, though I know I don't often act like it. It's hard for me to admit my real feelings, but you draws in a shallow breath. I'm trying to get better. I really am. I hope you can bear with me, Hiroki. Sure, I'll always be here for you. If you need somebody to vent to, look no further. I'm trying to be as supportive as I can, for the sake of your career and our relationship. Thank you. Ayu smiles, her violet eyes trembling with emotion. You might tease me from time to time, but I know you're a really great guy deep down. You're the best cameraman. No, the best boyfriend a girl could ever ask for. I really do love you. So saying, Ayu leans in and presses her mouth to my own. Her kiss is sweet and gentle, in a direct contrast to her abrasive personality, and is full of love. Her feelings are so palpable, I can taste them in her saliva and on her tongue. She really does love me. I think after all we've endured together, I love her too. How could I not? Aku Ayu really is adorable. That's what you said. The rest of my vacation passes in a blur of joyful activity. I go on a stroll along the beach with Marina, sample more of Fumi's delicious cooking, referee several of Hazel's volleyball matches, splashes into the salty surf with Cosmos, and go stargazing with you. Hold on a second. Okay, I did that. Before I know it, the final day of my vacation arrives. What the heck? It's with some sorrow that I pack away my clothes, then check my room for anything I might have missed. It would be nice to stay a bit longer, but I can't shrink my duties forever. Work is waiting for me back in Tokyo, and my boss, I'm sure he'll have any number of tasks to give me after my week spent away. I had a lot of fun, but now it's time to go. No good thing can last forever, but the memories I made here will last a lifetime. I take my suitcase in one hand and meet up with the others in the living room. They're clad in their casual attire, their swimsuits packed away in their own cases. Do you have anything, Hiroki? Hifumi fusses over me when I enter the living room, just as a mother's might. Did you check every single drawer before you left? Did you remember to pack away your socks and your underwear? You should be particularly careful about your underwear. If you left a pair behind, you might claim it the next time she comes here. I know how crazy she is about you. She loves you and your underwear. I bet she'll cuddle it and sniff it and do all sorts of things to it. Not that I can judge her. I would do the same. There's nothing better than my boyfriend's sweaty. There's nothing better than my boyfriend's sweaty boxer. Gross. Hey, don't pin all your weird, creepy fetishes on me. You might have a thing for sniffing old undies, but I most certainly do not. It's not like Hiroki's scent makes me feel all hot or anything. Forgive me for my rudeness, but you are not very good at telling lies, are you? If she wasn't, she wouldn't be a use anymore. I suppose you were correct about that. Ayu is quite predictable, but that is what makes her so charming. Well, who are you calling predictable? Get out! Get off me! Don't pat my head like we're friends. Fumi and Cosmos laugh, while Marina sighs. It's awfully early for you to be shouting like this, Ayu. Can you knock it off? Oh, sorry, Marina. I suppose my youthful zeal is too much for an old lady like you to handle. How many times must I tell you? I am not old. I am still in the prime of my youth, you ingrate. You say that, but I think I can see a few gray hairs already. Even if I do have gray hairs, which I doubt, how many would be able to see them? How would you how would you be able to see them? My hair is white already. Oh dear, it's worse than I thought. You really are an old woman. Right, that does it. Might be early in the morning, but I'm not going to hold back. You deserve a good smack, young lady. No, please don't. Anything but that. You bolts away from Marina, her twin tail streaming behind her. She dives beneath the couch while Marina pursues her, like a shepherd after a startled sheep. Afumi watches her and amused while playing about her lips. Smile playing about her lips. Putting that one aside. Did you remember to pack your toothbrush, Hiroki? Your aftershave? What about your wallet and your phone? Afumi continues to fuss over me while I reassure her that, yes, I do have everything. Once Marina and you have tired themselves out, the six of us sit down to eat breakfast. Breakfast consumed and thoroughly enjoyed, we then leave a used beach house. This will be the last time I see this place, for a while anyway. I wonder if we'll ever come back. I wouldn't be opposed to spending another summer relaxing on this beautiful, unsullied beach or paddling in the Azura Ocean. But now, it's all coming to a close. I give a used beach house one last lingering look, then set off down to the beach. The soles of my shoes sink into the uneven sand, and the wheels of my suitcase get stuck. It's hard work pulling it along. The sun is so hot up ahead I'm starting to sweat. The salty sea breeze tussles my hair, and the hem of my shirt flutters. The waves break against the shore, turning themselves up into a white foam, and ahead the gulls cry. Perhaps I'm feeling sentimental, but it almost sounds like they're wishing us goodbye. Hey, Hiroki. Cosmos appears at my side. She tugs on my unaccompanied hand and looks at me. Her eyes winsome in the summer sunlight. I paused and offer her a smile. Hey, Cosmos, what's up? I was just wondering, do you want to take a selfie? I thought it might be nice to commemorate this holiday. We had such a good time together, after all. I'd like if I could always remember this summer. Oh, that's a good idea. Hazel, who has pretty sharp ears, must have overheard, because she sidles up to us. Grinning, she says, Can you take a picture of me too? I want in. Are we taking photos? That sounds like a wonderful idea. I would love to have a memento to remember this summer by. I could get it professionally printed, then framed so I can look upon it whenever I feel stressed. I had such fun with you, my darling Hiroki. But this holiday would not have been half so fun without the rest of my dear sisters. I do so enjoy pampering you. If we're taking photos, I have to be in the frame too, preferably in the middle. Remember, if it weren't for me, this holiday wouldn't have happened. This is my private beach we're standing on, and it's my beach house you slept in. That's right, you're the real MVP of the holiday, you. Your kindness is most appreciated. You can be me sometimes, but I know you're a nice person deep down. You're just awkward like me. That's why you're my best friend, you. Nobody gets me like you. Hey, don't give me that. We're not alike at all, you hear? I'm far prettier, smarter, lovelier, talenteder. Look, I'm stuck in the background over there. I don't want to click away because this is the end. Okay, get in, everybody. I'm going to take it. Whoa, hey, you guys. You're pushing me out of the frame. Grr, my clothes are getting all rumpled. You'll just have to deal with it the best you can of you. There. Don't pat my head. I'm not a puppy. I like it when Hifumi pats my head. You might, but I don't. We're not all alike. Now, everybody smile. Say cheese! Cosmos reaches out, her tongue poking out in concentration, then taps the circular button on her touch screen. The camera flashes as she takes one photo, then another, and another. I smile all the while, the scent of salt in my nostrils, my hair rumpled by the breeze. It is a bit of a tight squeeze, but I don't mind it. I'm with the 5 women I love more than anything, and I couldn't be happier. Stop patting my head, Fumi. I'm just trying to calm you down, dear. There. Don't think I should flex my muscles? Do you think I should flex my muscles? I think that'd look really cool. The wind is blowing my hair into my eyes. Please hurry with these silly photos, Cosmos. Just a few more. I want to get one with me cuddle up with Hiroki. Hey, no fair. I want to cuddle with Hiroki too. Cosmos, you sneaky wench. I want to cuddle him too. You girls are all so childish. But I would not be at all opposed to the idea myself. I do love lavishing my dear Hiroki in affection. As do I. I love pampering my darling husband. Yes. A husband? Since when did that happen? It's alright, Ayu. Don't get mad. We're not actually married. That's just Fumi's pet name for me. Indeed, it is true. We are not married yet, but that can soon be rectified. That's the word. Yeah, I agree with you. They're the cutest. Hiroki and I did discuss only a few days prior the possibility of me meeting his parents. He said they would be very fond of me. I cannot wait to meet my new father and mother-in-law. Wow, you act so sweet and unassuming, but you're pretty pushy, Fumi. I didn't know you gotten that so far. Maybe I need to ramp up a relationship too. I won't lose to you. Hiroki is my boyfriend. I want to meet his parents first, as his parents would be happy to meet a weirdo like you. They'd be far more impressed with me. I have so many accomplishments to my name after all, and I'm incredibly wealthy. I've already claimed the heart of the Japanese public, and now I'm going to claim the hearts of Hiroki's parents too. I'll be the best daughter-in-law there ever was. I somehow doubt that. Your shrill voice would in all likelihood send them running for the hills. What was that, Marina? Oh my. Did you not hear what I said? Perhaps you need to get your ears cleaned out. You aren't as young as you once were, after all. Old age spares nobody, not even top idols. You bitch! I'll get you for that. Now, let's all try to calm down. Whoa, are you really going after Marina? Are you still taking photos, Cosmos? Of course I am. These are candid shots. They should sell very well on the black market. Hoo-hoo. I'm sure you fans will be very interested in this. Hey, cut that out. I don't want you leaking these pics to the public. I have an image to maintain. Perhaps you should have thought of that before you decided to attack me like that, like a wildcat. My entourage are at one another's throats, as per usual, but I don't mind it. In fact, I've begun to enjoy it. There's never a dull moment when I'm with they're around. Haha. I start to laugh, I can't help myself. I laugh with abandon until tears begin to prickle the corners of my eyes. I have no idea what the future holds, but one thing is certain. Though they sometimes annoy me, I love these succubi dearly. They turned my dull life upside down for good, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Yay! And just like that, that is the end of Sakura Succubus 4. Onward to 5. Yes, sir. I'd like to thank everybody that stopped by. That will stop by. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Helps out the channel. Don't know when we're going to start it, but we will start it. Depending how I feel. We'll be live again later with some Mario Wonder. But unfortunately, it's not part of the show. I must bid you all adieu. Goodbye. And